everybody, and welcome to the Odd Jobs episode, baby. Let's do it. I have a few odd jobs, things I've been putting off around the house. Boring things, in fact. Things that I was like, well, I'm not going to film this, and then I thought, maybe I should film this. We're going to write a list. That's why I'm holding this marker. I realized I only wrote down 4 items, and they seem kind of simple and boring, probably to lots of people. But maybe some people are like, I don't know how to do that. Or maybe some people are just like, sure, whatever, I'll watch Andy do some random ass stuff around her house. Starting in here with the shower head. I put this shower head in the other day because I really wanted one of these with the hose, and I wanted to rest it on an angle right here so that I could shower and not get my hair wet. Because with this rainfall shower head, it's hard to, like, you kind of gotta have like your neck out to try and shower without getting your hair wet. Now, most of the time you attach the shower head from a little thing that comes right over the wall right here. And there will be a threaded piece of pipe right here. You can replace it right there. Shower head comes off the wall like this. But our shower head has the pipe coming out like this, and then the thread is at the end of this curve, and that's where you attach the shower head. So we've always just had this shower head on there. This was on there when we bought the house. And it is the rainfall situation where you can't not wash your hair. So I put this one in, and I bought this one specifically because I thought that since there's this bend in the arm, the shower head would still be in the center, but it is still slightly forward, and so you're kind of up against this wall, which is not ideal. But then I thought, I wonder if I could just buy an attachment that you put onto the end of this pipe, and it has a diverter so that you can attach a hose and also just attach the shower head that you already have. And I did find one online, and so I bought that, and then I also just bought a shower head with a hose. Part of the reason that this is so easy peasy is because the pipe is threaded. Like, you look at a shower head, and I mean, I did anyways, like when I would have looked at a shower head before, I'm like, how is this thing even attached? It's like a pipe coming out of the wall, yada yada yada. But the pipe comes out of the wall, sure, but you can simply screw off the shower head and put on a new one, whatever kind you want. It sounds stupid me saying that. I'm sure that lots of people know that, but maybe somebody doesn't. I definitely didn't know that until I was like an adult and started doing things like this. So this is the piece that I bought. So this here will screw into the pipe at the top. The shower head will screw onto here, and then we'll attach the hose, the extra hose, onto this little threaded piece, and the hose will go down and attach onto the wall. And then this little valve here is to either have it coming out of just the shower head, or you turn it and you can have it coming out of both, or you turn it again and you can have it just coming out of the shower head that's attached to the hose. Okay? Let's do it. This stuff is plumber's tape. You can buy it at the hardware store. It's literally like $1, I think. And it helps seal the threads so that you don't have leaks. And it's just kind of like a silky tape that sticks to itself. And so we're gonna attach it right onto the threads here. And when you attach it, you want to attach it in the direction that you're going to be twisting on the shower head or whatever you're working with. Obviously, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So you want to put it on to the right. It's probably not that big of a deal, but if you put it on to the left, then when you're screwing on the shower head, it could unravel the tape. But this is like going with the tape. It's gonna like seal it on more. And one of the reasons that we wanted to replace the shower head is also because the water pressure wasn't coming out of here very well. So it's also good to know that you can take it off if you just want to clean it. Like, I just soaked this in baking soda and vinegar yesterday, and there's no more hard water in the holes. And this is the hose shower head that we're going to be putting on the wall. I also bought this that has an adhesive that you can stick to the wall so that this is where we're going to put the shower head in. You feel me? Because the one that it comes with would like attach to this itself, and then the shower head would be up there in the middle. It wouldn't make any sense. So we needed one that we can stick onto the wall. And it just comes with this. So this is like an adhesive sticker. Stick it on the wall, and then you put this onto this plastic piece, and it comes with a little screw that you screw into the side here to tighten this onto the plastic piece. And that's how most bathroom fixtures are attached anyways. Like your towel hooks, your toilet paper holder, all things like that usually have like a little screw that goes in the side like that you can tighten and loosen, and then you can pop it off the wall. It's so that it looks seamless, so you can't see like there's no screws directly going into the wall. Instead, the screws would be going into this back piece, and then you just attach that on top. Also, when you're looking for bathroom fixtures, unless you want it to specifically be mismatched, you want to make sure you're getting the right finish. So for example, when we were looking, Brendan was sending me a bunch of chrome options, and chrome is shinier than what we have. This is brushed nickel. So it kind of has like a bit more of like a matte effect, and this is what all of the things are in our bathroom, whereas chrome would be more of like a classic silver, like a very shiny silver. It feels silly when I'm explaining things like that because I'm sure that lots of people are like, yeah, I know that. But maybe some people don't. I mean, Brendan didn't know that. Okay, we're going to simply unscrew this and then screw in the new one. In goes the new one. Well, the old new one. My feet are getting wet. And I'm gonna use my little T-Rex tool here, chomp chomp, to make sure it's extra tight. Now I'm just gonna screw the hose into the other one there. Maybe I should have done this first. I'm going in blind. Let's turn it on, shall we? Also, this is fun because this one, not only will I be able to turn it off from up here, but this shower head that I bought has a on-off switch actually built into it too. Okay, let's see what happens, guys. The moment of truth. And this. Whoa! Crazy. Nice. Wow, would you look at that? Dual shower. Okay, I'm gonna take my socks off before I get back in there. Here? Yeah, that looks good. See, it's just like this little tiny screw thing, and you screw it in with an Allen key. They also sent me the Allen key with this thing. Wow. Perfect. I'm gonna take it off for now just because I want this to stick more and I don't want this weight to pull it down until it's like properly stuck on the wall. But there we go, task number 1 is done. Ooh, let's go check off our checklist. Okay, here we go, replace shower head. Cha-ching. Should we add make bed to the list? So one of the other things that I was gonna add to the to-do list is to replace the battery isolator in the van. It's a thing that makes it so that while you're driving, the battery that's in the back of the van for the lights and the fridge and everything like that can charge, but then when the car is turned off, it doesn't steal power from the car's battery and like kill the car's battery. And I got that one when I got the van in 2019, so it's been 6 years, but yeah, it just stopped working. So I got a new one and I'm gonna replace it today, hopefully, because it is 13 degrees outside. That's right, people. But I don't wanna take the camera outside, so I'm not gonna show you that. This isn't a van episode, this is a house episode, so. But yeah, I am gonna do that today. Let's make the bed. Brendan always makes the bed, but it's the weekend and he works at 6 a.m. on the weekend. Lunchtime yet? Also, if you can tell, my lips are chapped again. I wanted a really, really good sleep one night. And I was like, I'm gonna pop some mouth tape on tonight. Surely, you know, winter's almost over. Surely it's not as dry outside. Surely my lips won't instantly get chapped in this shape. And they did. Welcome to the kitchen. And let me tell you, this kitchen is bitchin'. Don't look at my gum. My 450 packs of gum that I bought. Lately I've been thinking about gum a lot and I love gum. And I'm like, I never have gum because I never have it in the house. And I'm sure it's bad for you. But this one says gluten-free, 100% xylitol with a happy little tooth on it, vegan, and nut and peanut free. I think it's the best of the gums. What is xylitol? Gum-based gum Arabic. Anyway, I'm not planning on chewing it every day, but just sometimes I want gum. And it's nice to have in the house. Nobody cares about your gum. This is the faucet. It looks almost exactly like this one. So the reason that we're replacing it is because it's busted. I don't know, it's whistling at me and I don't like it. I was personally actually fine with it, but Brendan was like, what is that noise? And then my sister came over for dinner and she was like, is your faucet making that noise? And it is annoying, so we're gonna replace it. I ordered one, and look at what it says. Feel the water with me. Would you? Please feel the water with me. I'll tell you about faucets too if you'd like to know. Often comes with this plate. You can use this plate or you can choose to forego this plate. I believe that the plate is to protect if you had a wooden countertop with a sink that didn't have this back metal piece like mine does, then you could use that as the base. Otherwise, I don't really know why you would need it. Maybe it looks better. I don't know. You could, if you have like marble countertops, you could just have the sink right up against the marble, I would think. I don't know. Wow, so informative. And then this is what we're cooking with. So it looks a little intimidating. This is the faucet, obviously, and the spray versus no spray. And then we've got a hot pipe and a cold pipe. So underneath of the sink here, we're going to attach the hot to the hot, the cold to the cold. And that all seems pretty straightforward. Literally just put it through the hole, hook up the tubes. The thing that confused me when I first installed a faucet was I said, what in the frick is this thing? Why is there a third random tube? And it's for this. The reason there's a third random tube is because they give you this, and this is the counterweight for the pull out part of the faucet. So what we're gonna do is after this has been weaved through, we're gonna unscrew the counterweight. There's just a couple screws in it. We're gonna screw it onto this black tube here, and then attach the black tube in a circle into this little clip that is here for it. Because then when you pull down the sink, the counterweight will pull it back up. Let's get under here. Yes, I am type A. Yes, I am. We've got a recycle bin, compost bin attached to the wall, of course. Space for dishwasher pods. I guess we could actually just leave this in here. And then garbage bin over here, cleaning supplies, compost bags, and dishwasher detergent. I should give this a clean while we have it out, shouldn't I? This kitchen was already built like this when we bought this house, but man, IKEA just is doing it right, you know? Like having this big drawer to organize the garbage area is so tight. That's one pro tip if you're ever doing a kitchen reno or anything, go for the drawers. Everybody wants more drawers. It's so frustrating to have to like reach into the back of a cabinet. Like obviously you can't have drawers on your upper cabinets because you can't see into the drawers. But the bottom cabinets like this, like don't just do a door. The only one that we have that is actually just a door is this one. But then IKEA has these Lazy Susans that not only swing out like this, but then it pulls out. So you can still like access everything that's back there. And obviously there can't be drawers right here because then that corner is wasted space. So you kind of need something that can like tuck back there and then swang out. It's just perfect. I also was thinking that I might do like a cleaning episode because I'm not a super clean person necessarily. I like to keep things somewhat clean so it doesn't get overwhelming. But I also do have tips and stuff for deep cleaning and for simplifying cleaning. Because I just have always loved cleaning and organizing. When I was like a little kid, I used to always like rearrange my bedroom and I would like organize the fridge so all the juice boxes were like in a line. And cleaning I wasn't actually good at as a kid. I was bad at cleaning. My room was like always a mess, especially as a teen. But I feel like that just happens to every teen. Let me show you what we're cooking with here. This little silver valve right here turns off the water from the pipe. Currently it's turned on. We are going to turn it off. And it clicks off. Okay, so water is off. Another little pro tip, you always want to have a bucket or a bowl. And probably a towel. Nothing really came out. And here's the counterweight on this one. We're just gonna unscrew it. I'm gonna go get my drill, this is annoying. So now we're just gonna unscrew the faucet. I'm just going to use this to twist it. Get it loosened up, and then there's a ring under the sink. And we're gonna need to undo this clamp. So this is what it was clamped on with, was this metal thing. This one even has an opening on the side, so you don't have to like weave the pipes back through it. You can just pull it off like this. That's nice. That's fancy. Okay, we're gonna weave the new one in. And I'm just gonna go underneath and screw it in with this. We're gonna clip this up. Screw in the hot. Screw in the cold. And we don't want any leaks, so make sure you tighten these with your wrench. And then we're gonna screw on the weight. So we just want want to make sure that the faucet is centered, and then I'm going to finish tightening that golden clasp that's on the bottom, and then screw in these 2 screws just to make it extra tight so that it doesn't move from side to side, and flip those little silver valves back on, and we done. No leaks. Hot. Woo! Oh my god, the water pressure. Damn, boy. And no whistling. Oh my, what is that setting? Did you see that? What just happened? What just happened? Is that a mist setting? Okay, we've got the regular shower, and then the... Oh my god! Get closer to the action, how about? You ready for this? Regular, shower, turbo mode! Yo! Brennan's gonna love it. I didn't even know it had a 3rd setting, wow. Project numero dos, dunzo. The next problem is also here in the kitchen, and it's to do with these lights here. I'm not sure if it's the fixture or the switches or what, but you can see that the light is like kind of dimming and undimming at weird times. And we'll try and have it on full blast. Like right now it's up all the way, but it's staying low, and then it'll randomly get brighter. But I checked, and these are supposed to be dimmable fixtures. I put dimmable light bulbs in. So I'm thinking the only other thing is that it might be the switch. So we're going to try and swap out the switch. And I have the same problem upstairs in the closet, so we're going to be swapping out that switch as well. So I just made sure that the electrical was off for here. We're gonna take off the cover. Also, I probably should say, like, I'm not a professional, so if you actually want to do these projects, you should watch videos of people who actually know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing, but I just don't really know all the logistics to it. So once the plate comes off, the switches are always attached with 2 screws like that. And then you can pull it out. And this is a 3-way dimmer switch, which means that you could connect it to a different switch. Like if I wanted to be able to turn it on over here, but then also turn it on at a different area of the room, I could do that. But I don't need to do that for this. So we aren't using that feature. This would be the 3-way wire that would connect to a different wire if we needed it to. And then the green is always the ground, which needs to ground it to like the metal that's in here, so you could just attach it to a screw or something. Red is usually live, black is neutral, or black is live and white is neutral. And then on the new switch, which it's like an old switch, but whatever, they're both black. However, we're going to be connecting this one to the red and this one to the black, and I just know that because of how I just removed it. And you just screw the caps off, put the wires together, and screw them back on. So the reason that they're both connecting to the one black is because that's the source where it's coming from, and then they each connect to their separate red wires because they're going to 2 separate light fixtures. And then we have the grounds that are green, and I'm going to attach them to the copper wire. The grounds are always connected to the bare copper wire. I'm just gonna go get a cap to do that. And then we shove our wires back in, screw these puppies back on, and put the plate back on, turn the power on, and we're done. Okay, my camera's gonna die, but quickly. I'm gonna eat lunch, charge it, and then do the upstairs closet as well. But when something works out how you wanted it to, oh, it's just the best feeling ever. So it was the switches, which those switches are from Canadian Tire. Not to frickin' blow up their spot, but what the heck, Canadian Tire? Why do you have bad dimmer switches? These trusty old ones are just perfect. And so what I actually did, because I didn't explain, is I took the old ones that were in our living room. We always had dimmer switches in our living room, but I put these ones in throughout the rest of the house. And they work in some rooms, but for some reason they weren't working in here. And like I said, they weren't working in the closet upstairs. And I put in the old one, and what do you know? Works perfectly. There's nothing worse than when we're cooking in the kitchen and we want the bright light at night, and it just keeps on like getting real dim. And then it's like bright again, and then it gets real dim. Ah, it's so annoying. So this is gonna be amazing.
That's amazing.
Look at that working like it's supposed to. Heck yes. Actually, an example of how some of them were working and some of them weren't. This one actually has always been working, even though it's also in the kitchen. So that's why I replaced both, just so that the switch is the same on the wall since they're right next to each other. But this one always worked anyway. See, because these switches both are like old ones and they look slightly different than this one. I could have left this one in, but it's nice when they match. And then upstairs there's only one, so I'll replace that one. Then I'll have 3 of these, and these can go in the living room, which we don't use the switches in there anyways because we never really turn on the overhead lights. Sorry, the camera was charging because it was running out of battery because I was using it so much. But I did switch out this one, and wouldn't you know, it was the same problem with this one. It was the switch. Anyway, I'm very happy because what was happening up here is that we would turn this on, even though it was up all the way, turn it on, light wouldn't come on. And so I'd be looking for my clothes in the dark, even though I just renovated this closet, made my closet all nice and beautiful. And then I can't even see it because I'm in the dark every time I'm in there. And then all of a sudden the lights would just like come on 5 minutes later. Like if I just left this switch on, even though they were off, then all of a sudden they would come on. Oh, we need to check off our list. Say goodbye to your whistling sink and your dodgy lights. This one, move Wi-Fi. That was the last task that we were going to do because it's been on the bedroom floor because it was hiding behind our dresser before. We moved the dresser. That's where the little outlet is for the Wi-Fi. You know how you need to have it like on that screwed thing? I don't know what it is. Ethernet? No, it's not Ethernet. Anyway, whatever. So there's one up here and there's one in the living room. But the one in the living room stopped working. So then we had to bring it up into our bedroom, which was fine when the dresser was there because it was hiding behind the dresser. But now all of a sudden our Wi-Fi was just like out in the middle of the floor in our bedroom. So I was going to take that port and put it downstairs, replace the other one that wasn't working downstairs. I was just going to swap them out the same way that I swapped out these switches and plug the Wi-Fi in downstairs. But in the meantime, I plugged the Wi-Fi in downstairs to see if it would work, and it is working right now. So hopefully we don't have to switch them because that would be sick. So that's actually all I have for this video. I think it was probably a quick one. Just a quick few little house fun things to do. I guess they're not very fun actually. They're like practical things, but maybe you liked watching this video, and if you did, please give it a like and a subscribe. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's still a long video. I don't know how much footage I have, but I'm just a little yapper, aren't I? So, might still be a little long if you want to listen to me talk. I'm gonna go eat lunch. I'm so excited for lunch. And Brendan is flying today. He's doing a flight for school. He was at work this morning, and then he's doing a flight. Then he's coming home. We're gonna make dinner together and watch some new Love is Blind. New episodes got released yesterday. We're excited. We did catch up on Traders yesterday too, which there's the season finale coming out on Thursday. We're so excited. I'm really not a fan of Danielle, but it seems as though she might be getting sent home. So we'll see what happens. It ended on a cliffhanger the last episode. And then tonight I'm going to my friend's birthday party, which will be so fun. Love seeing my friends. And that's all we've got to report today, folks. Thank you for watching, and good night.